Hello again, everyone. Well, day 6, 3 more days to go of the Easter calendar. And I thought I would try and use today's dies with the feather, which I couldn't manage to fit into the design the other day. And when I went to the box to pick out the feather, these dies, the cogs, were right next to it. So I don't know if I've used those. I may have used them perhaps once. So I thought I'll try and do those too. So we're thinking, with this design, we're thinking mixed media, at least I am. So we've got a pocket and a tag. The tag obviously fits into the pocket. I've got a panel here. And I don't know kind of what else really. I've got various Gummiapan background stamps. I've got the bit of music that Julie gave me, some colours, some relief paste, some of my homemade embossing paste. I don't know where we're going really. We'll see. Oh, I've got some stencils. So I'm just going to start and see where it leads me really. I've not got a fixed idea in my head today, which is a bit sad really, because I don't know what's going to turn up. Don't know how it's going to turn out. So let's just get these bits out. That one's reluctant. Just cut that off, I think. Neither of these two little ones have come right out. They're just attached by a thread. Okay, so that's that. And a tag. So a little bit of mixed media. I've also got out this twine, which is from Gummiapan. And the colour goes quite nicely with pumice stone. So that's kind of where the pumice stone came from. And feathers. It's funny how, associations happen, isn't it? But donkey's years ago, we lived in Bristol. And I taught there for 10 years. And my husband belonged to a gentleman's art society. And in this society, there were artists, singers, musicians of other sorts. And they would have a meeting, I think it was probably once a month or something. And there would be somebody painting, well, the artist would be there painting on a theme. And there would be entertainment from the musicians and all this kind of stuff. And they were called the Bristol Savages. I imagine the name has changed by now, but the emblem for each member was a feather. And the colour of the feather depended upon what capacity you were in, whether you were a singer, a musician, an artist, or a lay member. Well, my husband and our close friend, they were blue feathers because they were musicians. My husband has a wonderful bass voice. So that's why I've got blue. Blue feathers. Bit of a long way around to tell you, but, it's there. So I better get on, really. I'm going to put some colour on the background. And I think I'll just use these two, pumice stone and speckled egg. Speckled egg is one of my all-time favourite colours. This one is a wonderful, everyday, very favourite colour. But speckled egg I just absolutely love as well. So as ever, you can use whatever means you like to put colour onto paper. So I'm going to use an easy way today, which is with a stencil. And I've used this stencil very many times. It's a Sizzix die, which I cut the stencil from a piece of mylar. So let's just go with a bit of speckled egg and a bit of pumice stone as a background, I think. So let's just get some colour on here. Obviously, the middle bit won't be seen too much if I'm going to plonk that tag and pocket on, but the edges certainly will be. So let me just fold this over. I would just score it actually first to make sure it's okay. And this bit in here too. Score this. There we are. And I'll see which bit is going to be showing. Okay. There. Well, I didn't score it, did I? I burnished it. Guess it right. So that's going to be going on the front of here somewhere. So maybe like that. This bit I can see there's a little bit of that side bit showing. I'm going to just trim that out. I don't want that showing through that bit of distressing there. So I'll just cut a little bit out of there. There's still enough to... That's it, I can't see it now. Okay. Right, that's going to go on there somewhere. So I'll need some up here, some down here. And the tag will fit in like so. And the cord, I thought perhaps I could fasten the other end of it to the back of the pocket before it's stuck down. So anyway, let me just keep going with this with a little bit more colour. Where's the little one of these? There were 2 dies in this set. It has the big one and the little one, and the little one's quite handy just for popping up into a corner like this. So let me just add a bit more colour. Doesn't matter if I move too much. Okay, bit down here. Okay, where's my pocket? Might leave that at that for now. Let's use a different stencil, and this one is a Gummiapan one. It's number 10, and I'll use a bit of pumice stone with this one, I think. Let's just get some of that. Over the same sort of area, but it's a different design, so you know, different things will appear. Okay, a bit down here. I love this bit of mat here. It's a non-stick mat from, not grip mat or something, I think it's called, from scrapbook.com. It's amazing, just holds those stamps, those ink pads, absolutely fine. Alrighty, let's have a look. Where are we doing? Okay, looks clean, doesn't it? Looks clean. So, perhaps a bit of colour on these as well. The same sort of thing. So we'll want a bit of colour in the background there, because that shows in there. And a bit of colour on the front. So let's use the same things. Perhaps I'll use the little one on here. Go back to the speckled egg. Okay. And this one too. Yeah, it's amazing what just a bit of colour through an odd bit of a stencil will do. Let's try the other stencil on here as well as. It's going to be a you can't see me tag by the time I'm finished, isn't it? Oh dear. Let's just put a little of this on. Okay. Let's leave it at that before I get carried away. Now, I want to put on some stamping, and I've got various little stamps from Gummiapan here. That's the right way up, I think. Let's just put a little bit of stamping on. It's just vague background stuff. Oh, that's not very good. Let's try this one. I like to do the stamping with the stamps in my fingers because it means I can just get a very small part of the stamp. This is really nice, quite subtle. Okay. All right. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that is nice. Okay. What I would like to do is to try and colour these with some of this shimmer paste. So I think I need to do that now so that they will dry off. This silicone is just part of a work surface protector. I think I bought it on Amazon and I've just chopped it up into lots of different sections. So need something to hold this with. Okay, I think those are just about covered. Right, put the glove inside out and so that the bit of paste that's on the fingertip won't contaminate anything else, hopefully. Right, I'll just pop those on one side to dry while we're doing other bits and pieces. Right, now let's colour these feathers. And I think with this I will do a little bit of this business. I'll perhaps put just a drop of water. I may decide not to do this, you know, if it doesn't turn out as I hope, because sometimes wetting, this is regular card, not watercolour card, it does make them go a bit floppy, and you know, you can't see the details of the embossing that is within the card itself. Not too keen on that. Let's do this, and then I'll just give them a quick mist of water. This is better. More definite colour. Okay. Just dry these a little. Thought we might have had to go and play hunt the feather before too long actually, but they're still all here fortunately. Okay, just dry this off. Right, now for the Uncharted Mariner. Oops. Right, I'm just going to put my glove back on. Don't know if there's anything left on the tip that is still operational, shall we say, but let's just see. Yeah, there is a little bit there, isn't there? Just enough. On one side for a minute. Let's have another look back at this. I think we'll put some embossing on the background. I'll do this first. Let's just have a bit of music. I do like a bit of music on things. So I've got a water brush here. So we'll just take a little piece of music here. There's one piece. That's the right way up. And another piece, I think. A little piece from there somewhere. This was such a wonderful gift from Julie. I'll be seeing her again in October in Kenilworth. It's becoming a sort of an institution now. There and there. I think a little bit on here as well. I'm not sure. Now I might just put the cogs on there. Might just put the cog. Let me just stick this down. I need a little slap it on. People ask me about slap it on actually. This is from Indigo Blue, and I'm very fond of this particular medium. And they've said, is there anything similar, maybe in the States, that people could get hold of? Well, I think that Mod Podge is a similar product, not absolutely certain, but I know that they do a matte version of this, because this one is a matte finish medium, and I prefer the matte finish. I don't really want, you know, a load of shine in odd places on a card, so, you know. So the way to tell with this particular bit of music is it's a bit of nonsense really, this music, I think, but there are some places where there's a thing like a hash mark, a hashtag mark. It's called a sharp, and it changes the pitch of the note that it precedes. So it has to come first to tell you to change the pitch of the note that's just coming. So let me just put that on one side. So that's the music is on. Let's carry on and do something with this. Where are the feathers going to go? Let's put some more shine on the feathers. This is just Craft Artist Glimmer something. Clear Shimmer, beg its pardon. Clear Shimmer. And it does give it just a bit of twinkle and a little sheen. It's not really shiny, but it just gives, you know, the impression of a sheen on whatever it is you paint with it. Okay. Right. I'm thinking that these may have to go, we won't be able to get too much onto this, because otherwise it won't, it'll drag when it tries to go in there. So I think we'll put the decorations on around the tag, not on the tag itself. We may put a sentiment on the tag, like "for you" or words to that effect. I need to put a bit of colour in there, don't I? I forgot about that. Let's just do that now. Back to the speckled egg. There we go. That'll be enough. Just break that up a little bit. That's better. Okay. That goes quite nicely there. I will stick that down. I will stick that down. It just seems to flow down that side, doesn't it? That way up. So let's get that on. Press it down flat. Should be okay. I'll just cut some of this thread. Right. Okay. I'm going to put several strands on all together for this tag. This is Gummiapan thread. It's the only colour that I've got, as it may have said. And I want to thread it through this hole in the tag. So I'd like to keep it. I have, the ideal thing for this would be obviously a crochet hook, but I don't have one up here. I've got these reverse tweezers, which are quite skinny. So if I pop this through like that, it's got a narrow bit there. I should be able to grab these by the middle. And pull them through. There we are. That's good. Excellent. Right. I just need to find a sentiment, and I do like the ones that are, you know, the negative ones. Let's stick these on. A couple of these. I think they'll look fine. Let's put a bit of glue. Put the feather at the bottom. Yes, let me stick it down. Just going to put some of my homemade embossing paste over the top of the music. It's a bit stark, so it'll just tone it down a little, I think. And I'll put a bit over this corner here as well. There we go. I'll leave that to dry. Yes, I like that. So I'll just wash this up. I've stuck another little cog on this. I think I'm going to just attach this to the back of this pocket so that it doesn't get lost from the card. I think, yes, I'll just attach it to the back of the pocket. But I want some sentiments, and I'm looking on here, and I wanted for you. Well, I haven't got a for you, but I've got a thankful for you, so I'll mask some of this stamp. Don't think this has been used before. So, and I think this is going to call for Uncharted Mariner. So where's my... I think I'll do this in my stamping platform, just in case I need to do it twice. So let's see, we've got a, rather than the foam sheet in here, I've got a Simon Says stamp sticky mat. So let's just pop this into here. And I need to just do the for you, which is that bit there. So let's just pick it up. Now I'm going to mask off the thankful bit. Let's move the card out of the way so that doesn't get in any problems. So I'm just going to look at the width from the end of there. I think it's just got to go right at the end of the L of thankful. Right, now I'm going to ink it up. Looks like I might have to do it again as well. Take off the mask and stamp. It doesn't matter about this bit here. Yes, I do need to do it again. Cut actually to the edge of the, because I want this a bit shorter, this end. A bit more off this end. Reminds me of the time I decided to cut my own fringe. I was about 10, I think, 9 or 10. And I got out the scissors and started cutting, and it wasn't level, so I cut a bit more off one side, cut a bit more off the other side. And eventually I was left with this stump of hair at the front. And the following day, the school photographer came. Dear. And oh, that's nice, isn't it? Where do I put one on there as well? Let me stick this to the back of here. Let me stick this on. I think we have a little bit of belt and braces. We'll have a bit of glue as well. About there. Pop this onto some foam tape. Perhaps we'll have another for you on here. Let me stamp it again and I'll pop it on. I don't need. There. And it's finished. Day 6, Gummiapan Easter calendar, 2025. And a little envelope, a little pocket with a tag. So thank you for joining me. I'm sorry it was a bit long-winded, but I was, thinking as I was going. I hope you've had fun, and do come back and see me tomorrow.